Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, a little bit of an unexpected, not exactly mail day, but technically mail day. So, since we were approaching the holidays and Christmas was coming up, I actually got a delivery on Sunday, which I wasn't expecting, but Canada Post apparently has decided to deliver to parcels anyway. Not letter mail, but parcels. So I ended up picking this up here. So this box from the location, it's coming out of Nova Scotia. I know that this is my PSA Canada. So basically, what they call PSA Canada is just a dealer that operates out of Nova Scotia who does group submissions, and they set up a booth every year at the Toronto Expo. So I'm just going to open up the box just while I'm talking. So they set up a booth every year at the Toronto Expo, and there you can submit your different PSA. PSA themselves also set up a booth as well, but when they do it, you have to join the Collectors Club, as opposed to doing it through one of the authorized dealers who can then set up things with you directly. And I apparently am having trouble opening this box. Okay, so I skipped a little bit of that because it was taking me a little while to get into the box. So you can see it's pretty securely packaged, so I've got everything in here, so I'm just going to pull this to the side, and I don't know what the grades are. I've got a combination of vintage cards predominantly. The vintage cards are going to be pretty beat up because they're just ones for the personal collection, but also at the same time some newer cards. I didn't look at them probably as thoroughly as I should have, but it'll give me kind of a sense of where my grading eye is as far as letting me know if I'm seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing. So let's set this up a little bit here, and we'll do. So I'll just do them in the order that they came in here. So looks like off the top I'm doing well. So we got a Patrick Mahomes Donruss. I'll probably have to wipe that off here. There we go. Patrick Mahomes Donruss rookie. So Gem Mint 10. Very nice right out of the box. So it looks like I'm at least somewhat competent in what I'm trying to do. All right. Mike Modano rookie. So I already had one that was graded Gem Mint 10 by KSA, which is kind of a Canadian third-party grader, but I really wanted to have a PSA one as well to go with, and this is probably the nicest one of the stack of Modano rookies that I had. So that's a Gem Mint 10. That one's going in the personal collection. Just wanted to wipe that one off as well. Make sure we were okay. Nice. All right, so now here's a couple of the vintage cards. So this one is a nice one. 1970 Topps Nolan Ryan. So this is a fair 1.5. The card looks pretty nice. Obviously, it's got creases at the bottom here, so the lighting might make it a little tricky to see here. I'll tilt it a little bit for you. You definitely got creases down at the bottom, but it's a nice clean picture. You know, again, this one's for the personal collection. It's a nice card to have, and it's part of my set, so I just wanted to have that one in a holder. So 1.5, I've got no problem with that. All right, next one is one that I've done in my Mantle collection set. So there we go. So not surprisingly, this Mantle is a PSA 1. Not shocking. I wanted to have it graded though because I was probably going to get this upgraded, and when I do, it would probably be a little easier to move this one on if it's already been certified and, you know, the potential buyer really doesn't have to worry about it. It's a well-loved card. This is very clearly one that has made it through the years. So that's a PSA 1 for 69 Topps. Next is 68 Topps. Mickey Mantle, also PSA 1. Again, same kind of thing. Lots of creasing. Well-loved card. This one will probably also get an upgrade when the time comes. I picked up these cards raw through various bidders on eBay, and I knew the cards were good. It was just a matter of now, when it's time to move on, it's a little bit easier inside of one of these holders. And I was able to get the bulk submission rate of $8 a card, so that was fine by me. All right, next one is PSA 1 again, 1956 Topps, early win. Clean card. I never have a problem with it. Creases and those things don't really bother me, as long as the picture is relatively clean. And this is one of my favorite sets, 56 Topps. It's a nice card. So there's another Hall of Famer. This one is one from my set as well. So this one is 1954 Bowman Willie Mays. So actually, I really like this card. Obviously, you got the big crease down the center, which brought the condition down. But on the whole, I really like the card. So that's another, so this is a fair 1.5. No complaints on my end with that. Very nice. That one's going to stay in the set and go with my 54 Bowman Mantle that I had as part of my graded 54 Bowmans. So this one's one I picked up at the last expo. So this is a 1949 Bowman Ralph Kiner. So again, PSA 1. Again, not surprisingly. That one's staying in the collection too. So far everything's kind of going on brand with what I was expecting in terms of grades and for the vintage versus the newer ones. All right, so this one here is Moose Grimshaw, TSA T206. Again, PSA 1. So I really don't need to explain too deeply why. This one, though, is a PC card. It's a personal collection because I really I want to have an example of all the different T206 players from the Toronto team. So I believe that was the International League team, and this is a sovereign back. So that's pretty sweet. This is a little weird looking because you've got like, I guess these folds are, like these ridges as part of the internal holder. There it is. That's a T206 Sovereign 350 back, Moose Grimshaw. All right, and last but certainly not least, a pleasant surprise for me. Again, T206, but this is a Sweet Caporal. So this is a 350-30. So Dick Rudolph from Toronto. So the biggest thing for this one is this one's a VG3, and obviously it's got the writing up there, but it's got a nice clean picture. Pretty good looking card. The back's pretty clean as well. So pretty nice. Some pretty good pickups. So the older cards are all ranging in mostly, this is by far obviously the best one that came out of the lot for the vintage, but a little bit of everything, ranging from T206 into 49 Bowman, you know, 54 Bowman. We got Hall of Famers, we got vintage cards all over the place, the early win. There we go, get the focus. A couple of Mantle, 68 and 69. Very nice. These ones will probably, like I said, move on, probably hit eBay at some point, and then I'll upgrade to add to that collection. 70 Topps Ryan is going to go in the collection with the rest of the cards. Those are going to stay. And then my two newer cards both came out as Gem Mint 10s. So these are actually pretty good examples, and I'm going to use them as kind of a basis so that when I grade modern cards for myself, I'll be able to kind of see that this is what kind of falls under what PSA would consider Gem Mint 10. We've got the descriptions, but it's always nice to have real examples to be able to look at them and be able to understand a little bit better. That's staying in the PC, and this one, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this football season turns out, and the Mahomes will stick around for a little while, and then we'll see what happens in the long run. So that's it for another little bonus video here, just before Christmas time. I'm probably going to try to get this up on Monday for Christmas Eve, and that way everybody's got their holidays. Thanks again if you made it to the end of the video, and we'll see you next time.